97, when I reached there, I went there after having already spent 2 tenures as a youngster, as a young captain, as a young major in the valley. When we used to float around on a scooter, go just about anywhere. Before coming on leave, and I was in a small place called Rampur, which is west of Baramulla. We used to just drive into an apple orchard, and they would say, "Sab, khud chun lo." We used to go and pack our own apples before coming on leave. That was the kind of relationship. When you drove past, any army convoy went past, little kids would wave to you and say, "Jai Hind." I went to Kashmir, having already known things have changed, but I went with that frame of mind. And what I saw was, not only that nobody was waving at you or saying Jai Hind, young people would look at you with a very angry stare, and being so impertinent, sometimes they would look the other side and spit. I said something has gone wrong drastically. This is not the Kashmir that I remember. This cannot be Kashmir. And I soon realized that their ears had been filled with venom. कानात विष होतलं होतं आणि डोळ्यावर लाल रंगाचा चष्मा होता. लाल रंगाचा चष्मा लावल्यावर लालच दिसणार सगळं. No matter, till you remove it, you don't know what the reality is, right? You wear a red glass, red colored specs, everything is red. That was what was happening. So I kept thinking, and I said, how do I, while my men were doing a fantastic job of stopping infiltration, and we had, ये आज के हिसाब से firing तो कुछ भी नहीं है. This cross-border firing जो आज हो रहा है, this is about 10% of what we used to have from 97 to 99, right till the Kargil war and later. In my next tenure, also there was firing, but then ceasefire was announced and all that. But what I'm saying is they were doing a stupendous job, and I said, what can I do? I must win the battle of hearts and minds. And there was no way I could talk to people because they were already, given a different picture. Young people wouldn't talk to you. So I got hold of little children. And cut a long story short, I said, let them, there's no point in talking to them to say, Mera Bharat Mahan, ya, aap is Mahan mulk ke bashinde ho, ya ye ho, wo ho. I said, that's going to cut no ice with anyone. Let them themselves find out, is it really Mahan? Is it really that big? Is it such a country that we should be proud of? And I said, okay, let them form their own opinion. So I took young kids, aged between 8 and 14, and I started sending them to various parts of India under a project called Sangam. The Sangam was of the Kashmiri mainstream and the national mainstream. The Sangam was the confluence of these two Vaicharik mainstreams. That is why the name Sangam. It became such a roaring success that I was encouraged to repeat it. So there was Sangam 2, and I'm very happy to tell you, Sangam under various different names is continuing even today. कोई कहता उसको कि किसकी सैर बोलते हैं उसको आजकल मुकेश? What are the different names that these chaps are given? Anyway, by various names, that's not important. But Sangam was a roaring success. How it was a success was proved to me by one incident, and I'm going to take time to tell you about it. Because that incident really told me what the Kashmiri is all about. Remember, these children I had selected were the underprivileged ones, not those who lived in Kupwara. Kupwara was still civilized, there was electricity. These children were mostly from area close to the line of control, जिनके बाप ने डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ कुपवारा भी नहीं देखा था, कईयों ने. आधे कम से कम ऐसे थे जिनके परिवार में किसी ने कुपवारा नहीं देखा था, और बहुत कम लोग थे जो श्रीनगर देख के आए थे या श्रीनगर तक जाके आए थे फॉर any work or for education or anything. Or Delhi, my God, that was only in the books. Such were the kids. So I'm telling you this because I want you to appreciate where the kid is coming from, okay? When they came back, mind you, this trip, the first Sangam, was planned for 7 days with zero budget. Literally zero budget. I spoke to all my army friends and made arrangements for them to stay at various army locations along the way all the way from Srinagar to Delhi. Their transport was the returning army convoys. Whatever space was available, they would jump into that and come. Actually what happened was, Farooq Abdullah came one day and he said, "Kya ho raha hai ye wo?" When he heard about this, he said, no. These boys must go and start. Let them go in buses. So J&K government gave me luxury buses. The kids traveled all the way from Srinagar to Jammu in those buses. Everywhere else, everywhere they were treated like VIPs. From 7 days, because of people's requests, कि यहाँ भी भेजो, वहाँ भी भेजो, राष्ट्रपति भवन में भेजो, करते करते 22 दिन का सफर हो गया. 22 days these kids were out. When they came back, they were walking cloud 9. Literally. When they went, none of them would look up at me and I would say कि आप जा रहे हो, ये होगा, वो होगा. You know, I was trying to pep them up कि आप बड़े अच्छे, आपका नसीब बड़ा अच्छा है और ये होगा, वो होगा, वहाँ देखेंगे, ये देखेंगे, दिल्ली देखोगे. आप रमज़ान month was on. So I said, आप दिल्ली की जो जामा मस्जिद है वहाँ जाके नमाज अदा करोगे. आपके बाप दादाओं ने किसी ने किया हुआ है? हज तो बहुत दूर की बात है, लेकिन जामा मस्जिद की भी नमाज किसी ने पढ़ी होगी? नहीं, किसी ने नहीं पढ़ी. And they won't look up, they won't talk, they would keep looking down, say, हाँ जनाब, ना जनाब. When they came back, all of them wanted to talk to me at the same time. Such a ruckus, because their confidence level had gone from 0 to 100 in those 22 days. So I said, before you leave, I want you to take one leaf out of an exercise book. I didn't want them to take a foolscap paper because they would have written essays. I wanted what is coming straight from the heart. What have you got from this trip? ये वहीचा कागद असतो ना आपल्या, त्यांना सगळ्यांना एक एक कागद फाड़ून दिला. अभी आप लिखिए, 10 मिनट आपके पास है, योर टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ. बस बाहर वेट कर रही है, आपने अपने घर जाना है. So they wrote quickly because now they wanted to get home. In the evening, I got that big gatta in my room, started reading. Normal, हम आर्मी के बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं, आर्मी तो ये तो फरिश्ते हैं, ये है वो है, ये usual Kashmiri praise. You have to take 50% off straight away, you know. But that's okay. That was part of their style. 2 boys, what they wrote went straight here. One boy wrote, and this has a background. When they went to Delhi, they were taken to, can I take a little more time? Is it possible? How long do I have? 10. Okay. When they went to Delhi, they went to Rajghat. किसी ने बोला कि ये महात्मा गांधी जी की समाधि है, तो उन्होंने पूछा ये लिखा क्या है. They can't read Devanagari, you see. It was not in Urdu, Hey Ram. So somebody explained to them कि ये Hey Ram का मतलब ये है वगैरह वगैरह. सुन लिया. फिर वो आते वक्त उधमपुर में रुके. उधमपुर में आर्मी का एक बहुत अच्छा वॉर मेमोरियल है, जिस पर सब उन शहीदों के नाम हैं जिन्होंने सन 47 onwards, everybody's name who's been martyred in J&K is on that wall. Okay? These 2 boys, and they said ये किनके नाम हैं? तो उनको बताया गया कि भाई ये जो अपने वतन के ऊपर कुर्बान हो गए ऐसे सिपाहियों के नाम हैं. ठीक है, सुन लिया. तो ये जो 2 लड़के थे, एक ने क्या लिखा आपको पता है? एक ने लिखा, and this is a kid coming from an area where his father hasn't been to Srinagar. He says, मुझे इंडिया का दूसरा गांधी बनना है. Can you imagine? This 10-year-old kid wants to be India's second Gandhi. I had tears in my eyes. The second one said, एक दिन मेरा नाम उस दीवार पर सुनहरे अक्षरों में लिखा. I said, I must be doing something right.